So we have this. And one thing that I said yesterday was that the number we have here is not actually what we want. Like the six here represents, let's remember that we selected the six columns that have the dates, we did a count of the values in the six columns, and we have these as our count. And from the requirement, if we go back to the requirement briefly, we'll see that what they want us to count is, we want to count. They didn't say we should count, but we know from the requirements we have to count. Like for loyalty, we need to know, how many times in the 6 months does each customer purchase data, and how many times in the 6 months did each customer not use bonus at all. So going back to Power Query, what we have here, 6, is the total number of counts, both like for the first row, for example, this data subs row, this 6 represents the total number of values there, not necessarily the total number of times that sub was made. Because if you have to go by that requirement, the total number of times sub was made here is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means you need to look for a way, where the zero values will not be counted, with it. And one of the ways, one way I found out that we can achieve that is replacing this 0 by null. If you replace 0, with null, we'll see that it won't count null as a value. That's one way. If you don't want anything counted in Power Query, you want it, it will count everything. If you select everything here, if you had selected the entire data set, it would have counted these ones too. It would have counted them in the counts. But because we only selected from here, down to, we selected from here all the way down to the last date here before we did our count. That was why we only had, 6 as our count for every row. Now to do that, that means we have to do this count again. So the best thing is, let me just undo the count. Then let's replace 0 with null. So I'll just go back there, hold down the Control and Shift. Control, I should have, okay. I have to do this again. With this L down, let me see if okay, good. So I have the 6 rows, the 6 columns selected again. So I can do a replace, So I should be able to right click on any of the headers and do replace value, So we are trying to replace value to find. So look for 0 and replace it with null. So let's do okay and see what happens thereafter. Okay, so we have our values as null now. Our zeros have been replaced with null. Let's try do the count and see what we have here. Okay, let's do the count now. So we still have the entire 6 columns selected. So we can just seize the opportunity to just do our count, Yeah, statistics, go to statistics. Oh, that means it's only highlighted, not selected, because we cannot see. Let me go to add column again. Oh, stats. Okay. Oh, good. I think it's selected actually. So let's do, because at times it might look selected, it might just be highlighted. So, so one needs to be, to be mindful of that as well. So let's do count values again. We are selecting these 6 rows again. Let's do count value and let's see what the outcome will be in this time. So that means if it doesn't be good, you can see that it did not recognize null as values. So that's one thing we should take note. When we are doing our count and we have null in any of the data set, it won't count null with it. So what we have here is this. For data sub, for this customer 1004, you can see that the data sub is subbed data 4 times. Is it 4 times here? 4 times between July and December. Those are the 6 months in view. So that means it didn't sub for the month of November and December. And also for the same customer, 1004, I'm looking at this customer here. That means he used bonus 1, 2. Okay, let me ask this here. Do you think this value here we have here, this 4 for use bonus, do you think it represents the number of times bonus was used or bonus was not used? So let me be sure I'm carrying everyone along. This 4 we have here, does it represent is for this for data sub, this for use bonus? Do we think it represents the number of times bonus was used or not used?
It does represent.
Sorry?
It represents.
No, I'm asking, is it representing the number of times bonus was used or number of times bonus was not used? I mean the 4.
It represents the number of times bonus was used.
Good. So the number of times bonus was used. But what we need here, if you come here, we are supposed to rate based on the number of times bonus was not used. Now we have our first one for data use now, loyalty, purchase data every month. So now we have our answer for the first part of it, which shows the number of times, bonus or data was subscribed. But here, for the same customer, we are having the number of times bonus was used. And that's what we want. That means we are good with the first condition. We'll be able to safely count the number of times data was subbed, but we've not been able to count, the number of times bonus was not used, from here. So that means let's think about it together. It's just manipulation now. Now we just need to look for a way to manipulate. It's data, we can manipulate it logically. That's just the essence now. If bonus was used 4 times, that means bonus was not used twice. That's what it means here. And here, for this, this data sub bonus used, this data sub bonus used, data sub bonus used, and it continues on and on like that in that sequence. So if this data sub and bonus used, this data sub and bonus used, that means for this row, if bonus was used 5 times, that means bonus was not used 1 time. So we need to look for a way, to make sure that if this is data sub 4, 4 times, and this is bonus used 4 times, we need to look for a way to make sure that we have bonus number of time bonus not used here, which is 2. And that we can do transformation, we can transform again. We can actually now, we have this now. At the end of the day, I think we can even delete this primary city because we don't need them in our analysis. So we can just remove this now. So that to reduce what we need really is the account number really. So just to reduce the load, when it comes to the time taking for it to do all this processing. The fewer the data set, the quicker the time it takes, for it to complete the processing. So that's the truth. So I think we can do away with this column. So just select the column, right click and say remove. Can remove this. I don't think we'll be needing this. So, okay, I think we are good with what we have now. So, it's just shedding unnecessary load. That's just the idea, Okay, I think we have to wait it out. Okay, good. So now let's look for you to manipulate this. If you have 4 here, we need 2 to be here. We have 6 here, we need 1 to be here. We have 6 here, we need 2 to be here. So I think one way to do it is this. Let's do this count, this count. Let's add a column. With add column, let's add a column. We can even select any, okay, because I need to, what's it called? I need to really do some work on this. I'm working on this count column, so it's good. That's why I'm selecting the count. If you do, if you take away 6 from this, it will give us 2. That's what we need. We need 2 here. This one too, if we take away 6, we need 1. That's what we need here, So we can select this column. If you say count, we say add a new column for us, and do, where's our subtraction? And subtract, let's say subtract one value, enter a number to subtract from each value in the column. Let's say we want to subtract 6 from here now. Don't remember, it's going to create a new column for us. So this count column will still be here. So we are not erasing, or we are not transforming this count column. We are adding a column. So let's do okay now, and let's see what happens. It's about manipulating the data set. Fine, we have a new column now called subtraction. We have count. So let's wait for it to finish as well. So what it's doing is 4 minus 6 minus 2. 4 minus this minus 6 minus 6, 1. 0, sorry. 5 minus 6, this. Fine. But we don't, so that means we can use this count column for is this count column. This is what this is what I'm driving at. Now, this count column is good for our data sub, but it's not good for our bonus used. That's the idea. The count column here is good to be used to analyze our data sub, the number of times data was subscribed, but it's not good to be used to analyze the number of times as the bonus was not used, So that's why we try to create a new column.
Sorry, Mr. Jide.
Sorry, please go ahead.
All right, sorry to interject you.
Okay.
With the subtraction column, so that we don't have the negative sign and it's not a bit confusing.
Okay.
Is it possible for you to do it the other way, so we have it in positive?
Okay. I think it's possible. Thanks for the observation. I said we are all in it together. So with this now, I know we did count minus 6, right? To get a negative value. That means we need to do 6 minus count. Right? Why we got the negative?
I think that's correct.
Right. Okay. If we do 6 minus this number, we will have a positive value. So we can just come here rather than you can go again and do it again, but the best thing is, there's no way. If you want to do a count now, if you want to do a count, a subtraction, you have to select the column first, like we did, then go here and now do subtract. You are subtracting a value. So there's no way I could have typed 6 minus count here. Either you are subtracting a value, here. So I cannot type 6 minus count. It's expecting just a singular value. So that's why, it was going to be difficult for us to have done 6 minus count here. But we can manipulate. That's the beauty of it. We can manipulate the formula here. We can. This is count minus 6 for each one. This means what we added. This means we added. This is the function. Table add column. Removed column. That's the last step taken before it. It always make reference to the last step. Then what we are doing now is subtraction. And for each count, for each value in the count column, we are taking away 6 from it. That's what is taking away 6 from that. So we can as well just do, since we want to do 6 minus count, why don't we just do this and come here? For each column, do 6 minus count. And let's have that. Then we come here and say good. Good. So you can see that from your suggestion, we've been able to manipulate the data set to achieve what we want. Now, this column is good.
Sorry, Mr. Jude.
Please go ahead.
I was just thinking, rather than just using that number 6, where someone might just think, okay, where do you get the 6 from? Is it not possible to have introduced a column, where we would have actually showed that, that we have the old number and that number 6, with the calculation of how we arrive at that 6, and then we can then subtract one column from the other, which will give us this value.
You want us to create a column and put 6 in the column?
Not just put 6, at least show how we arrive at that 6. It's going to be in that column, and then we can then do the subtract one column from the other.
Okay, in case someone. Okay, fine. In case
just for clarity, you understand,
Yes, but that good. I like that.
So I think what he's trying to say is probably you reference 6.
Yes, I should have put 6 somewhere in a column and state a reason why I'm putting 6 in that column. Then do my 6 minus the 6 minus count, right? That's what
I mean, this 6 now, we arrive it by counting, all the number of months that was subscribed, isn't it?
Yes.
So and that would be what would be in all the rows, 6, 6, 6, 6, right?
No, it's not number of times the subscription. That's not why we arrive at 6. So 6 is because now what we have here in the second row here is used bonus, and let me use this row for an example, as an example now. Now, for this row, starting from here, the number of times bonus was used is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 here, but that's not what we want. Our requirement says count the number of times bonus was not used and assign it a score. So, but we are only having number of times bonus was used. And from arithmetic, if bonus was used 4 out of 6 times, that means bonus was not used 2 times. Here, if bonus was used 5 out of 6 times, that means bonus was not used once.
Yeah, so I understand that. I was just saying that it would have been nice to have a column that actually have that 6, and we show how we arrive at that 6.
Yes.
And then we can be surprised.
Sorry, Mr. Ajide, can I explain something?
Please go ahead.
I think what he's trying to say, how we arrived at the 6, I think is because of the condition that we were given, 6 months.
Yes.
It's not as if it's the count. We are not using the count. It's the condition, which is 6 months. So we are dealing within 6 months period.
Exactly. Yes. So we just need something to reference. That is why we put 6, Abby. Why we are using 6. Is that it? We need something to show. Maybe I said it.
So maybe if we have a column now, it's the number of months in period that we're talking about, and then we'll put 6 all through, right?
Yes. That's one. Like I said, there are so many solutions to it.
Okay.
That's one solution. I agree with you. We can put 6, and we can as well, like this one now. Look at this insert subtraction. We can come here. I think we can right-click it. We can right-click this place and put, under properties, we can put a description here. We subtracted, we subtracted 6 from each value in the count column to represent or to find the something like this.
Mr. It's the other way around.
No, it's the other way around. How we arrive at the 6. So we arrive at 6 because we are referencing a 6-month period. You understand? I mean, I'm just looking at, if you give me the data, neutral person, I want to look at the work that is done, and I just see 6. and start wondering, you understand, where
Okay.
where the 6 come
So we
from.
just need an explanation of how we got 6, right? Even, do you know that even if we put 6, like you said, in a what's it called, in a particular column, we must still put this description there to show how we got 6.
Okay, sir.
No, we are just having a conversation now. Even from your suggestion, which is correct, we can say put 6 in every column, and we can put 6 everywhere, but we still need to put a description somewhere why we put 6 there.
Why we okay, yeah. That's why I was just exactly,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
As
right.
a data analyst, right?
No, you are right,
I think you
because
should
for
change.
everything you do, for any manipulation you are doing, that is not so obvious. I also agree with you that you need to put a reason here. So that's why for this insider subscription, there's a reason. And once I put okay, you will see an I sign will appear here to show there's an information about this step. So let's finish. We subtracted 6.
No, sorry, I think it's the other way, Mr. Jide. We subtracted the value, the data used from
Okay.
6.
Okay.
If you do it this way, it is negative. That's what you're saying.
Okay, we subtracted the
bonus used from 6.
bonus used count, Abi?
Yes.
Count from 6, Abi?
Yes.
To arrive at the number of times. Just correct me if I'm wrong. The number of times bonus was unused. Is that right? Is this explanatory enough?
Yeah,
well, I think it is.
And 6, the number 6, referring to the total number of period that we're referencing, right? That's how we arrive 6, right?
Refers to the total number of months in view, Abi? Is that okay, like that?
No, we're referencing, is it?
6 refers to the total number of months.
Yeah, right. Months that we're considering. Is that that's
Okay.
correct? That's how we arrive at 6, right?
Months we are considering. Is it okay this way? So at least anyone that sees this will know why we did this in this column, right? Okay. So if we press OK now, you see it shows that there's an information somewhere here. So even going through it, what happened there, you can just put your cursor on here, and you see, so that the bonus used count from 6 to arrive at the number of times bonus was unused. Also, 6 refers to the total number of months we are considering. So I think that is explanatory enough. So even
sorry, Mr. Gide, sorry. Let's put that 6 in one column as well, because people will learn, will pick different things, while this information will work for some of our students, some of us that are learning.
Okay.
Seeing that column where we say, okay, total number of months we are considering, and 6 down makes it more visual for some other learners. So that way we include everyone when they are going through this video, and anything gets, thrown at them. So as much of the different solutions available as possible, let's insert it just to help as many people in the class as possible.
Okay.
I don't know if that
yeah, it is. It will work.
Thank you, Mayoshodi. That was exactly what I was asking.
Because you see, somebody like this, our celebrant, somewhere at the back of his mind, it still doesn't work completely, although he understands it. Just to fulfill all righteousness.
All righteousness. Okay. It's good. Okay.
And sir, and our calculation can be much more easier now. We select one column, we say minus this column, and then we say this is exactly.
Okay. That's noted. It's quite straightforward as well. But our time is fast spent today. I didn't want us to.
Mr. Jide, Professor Jide, can't we use if statement to arrive at this, since it's the conditional stuff?
Yes, we can use definitely that's what we are going to do to add the new column. We are going to use if statement to add 6 to an entirely new column. But we can continue this 5 past time.
Okay.
So we can something, maybe that's where we'll start from tomorrow. All right, thank you everyone for coming today.